Here we are, Super Bowl Sunday with the Chiefs going against the Falcons. Two 15-1 teams played strong all year, and were on a collision course all year as we all watched them dominate the whole NFL. There were some close calls, there were some close games, but these teams showed the resilience, the toughness, and the grit to make it to where they are today and to earn those 15-1 records. Without a doubt, these are the two best teams in the NFL that are facing off today. And this is going to be an interesting, to say the least, matchup. Both teams will be fielding strong defenses and strong offenses led by mobile, dangerous quarterbacks. Joe Montana of the two is the most deadly passer in the game. Perhaps the most deadly passer to ever play the game. He too is mobile and nimble, but he's not quite fleet-of foot like Michael Vick. Michael Vick is the most agile, most mobile, most threatening quarterback with his legs to ever play the game. Michael Vick is just unbelievable with what he does when he creates and decides to use his legs. And he has a cannon for an arm. Not quite as accurate as one Joe Montana, but Joe Montana is not quite the strong thrower. So these quarterbacks, they really do balance each other out as far as a head-to-head matchup. They have different qualities, but each quarterback has desirable qualities. But two very good quarterbacks in their own right and in their way of getting things done. These secondaries and these defenses are in for a trip. So let's see what's going to happen. And we're going to get a treat here. First, we're going to get to watch Reggie Bush run this kick back. The Chiefs look ready. They look focused. The Falcons look eager. Let's kick this game off. Super Bowl 51. Here we go. 52. Reggie Bush fills it at the goal line, and he's tackled. Reggie Bush, unlike what many anticipated, Reggie Bush has been a very pedestrian kick returner. He has not added that spark that the Falcons hoped that he would add. They really try to keep Deion Sanders out of that situation because you think after giving up a touchdown, the defense is drained. So Deion Sanders is vulnerable in running that kick. So here go the Falcons. And as we thought, they give the ball to their back, Barry Sanders. That's one of their favorite plays to run. That was the zone split. The tight end pulls across the formation, and he blocks that guy on the ends. Almost, it's a similar concept to running the read option, but you're using your tight end to block that end guy. Starting lineup for the Falcons, very impressive one. Barry Sanders leads the way as the most dynamic playmaker on the team. On a team full of dynamic playmakers. Here goes Barry again, spinning. And Justin Houston, who looks like Justin Houston. Excuse me. And that was Chris Jones on the play. The Chiefs defense. Speaking of Justin Houston is a dynamic playmaker, a pass rusher, very good at engaging with linemen. And we can't forget about Eric Berry. He will be terrorizing the Falcons. Michael Vick Berry better keep his eye on him. Eric Berry will make plays. Alright, this is one of the Falcons' favorite ways to line up. Empty formation. Michael Vick has full control. And he throws an interception that is not what Michael Vick wanted to do. Bad backer. Michael Vick has a tendency to force the ball into traffic at times. And that is where he really burns his team. Turning the ball over is something he struggled with. And they are not going to win this game turning the ball over to this Chiefs team. It's just not going to happen. It's good that Michael Vick pushes the ball down the field, but it will cost them. And here go the Chiefs, empty formation as well. And they get it out to Kelsey. Joe Montana looking sharp as always. That's a good way to start the drive. And we're going to get to see the contrast. Joe Montana is going to be surgical. Deion Sanders is going to hope to be able to get his hands on one of these balls, but it's going to be difficult. Montana does not make many mistakes. And there goes Jamal Charles. They got their hands full. On paper, the Falcons' offense is staggering. But when you look at this Chiefs offense, this team did not go 15-1 for no reason. Jamal Charles, Joe Montana, and Deshaun Jackson are a dynamic trio. And then when you think you got them figured out, you can't forget about Travis Kelce. And here they go. And the Falcons with the sack. There goes Grady Jarrett. Great play, Grady Jarrett. You can't forget about Grady Jarrett. Pass rushing D tackle. He loves to create pressure in the middle. That's why they have him. And as we see here, this was a team effort. They covered up the screen very well, jamming Jamal Charles at the line, and then two guys coming down to cover. The Falcons are good for that. We've seen a lot of that this year. They cover those screens very well. Their young coach, he's a defensive coach, very proud of them. #1 defense in the league this year, the Falcons. It's something that you forget because and there goes the block. And this is why the Falcons, they can afford the turnovers that Vic sometimes gives them, even though that's unlikely. As Neil takes it all the way. They're always able to bounce. They're always able to make plays. They make plays all over the field. And in spite of the dynamic firepower that they have in the offense, you have to remember this is the #1 defensive team in the league, and their special teams are good too. Running back punts all season long, blocking kicks. This team is explosive, and that's why they are 15-1. What a change of momentum. And here comes the Chiefs. The Chiefs flexing their muscle. Wow, we are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Both well-coached teams all around. Defense, special teams, offense. This is looking to be the game of the ages. If both teams can keep their competitive flair for 4 quarters. Deshaun Jackson looking good and explosive. Here goes Joe Montana again. He moved the ball very easily up the field. He's looking to do the same. His defense is a little bit more fatigued. That's going to play into Joe's hand. Kansas City now with actually -5 total yards. So what the heck was what did I mean? They didn't move the ball up the field. They inherited the ball up the field. What am I talking about? It's late, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't judge me. Jamal Charles with the 1-yard gain. Good play, Jamal Charles. Joe Montana with the fake. Pressure. Oh, perfect strike. Travis Kelce up the sideline. They're giving chase. Are they going to catch him? They catch him down. They get him down at the 6-yard line. Travis Kelce with the play. Joe Montana, perfect pass. That's what's so difficult about, and they like to play man defense, the Falcons. You have to play skin-tight defense with this team, and as they give Joe Montana the option. Sometimes, a lot of people wonder why they even try the option with Montana. He is mobile, but he's such a good passer. Why do you even attempt to put him into jeopardy? Just let him pass the ball. Darn it. Give the ball to Jamal Charles. Lord, help him. Joe Montana calling out audible. Giving the ball, keeping the ball again. And they take him. Joe Montana thought he saw something. Sometimes that option works sometimes down here because the defenses are keyed in on Jamal Charles, but the Falcons able to read that out again. It's going to be difficult to slip that in there on the Falcons. They practice against Vic every day. Empty formation. Joe Montana, perfect pass. Brown in for the touchdown. Man, the Falcons should feel very thankful that they were able to get that touchdown. And their offense is going to be having to keep pace with this Chiefs offense. Because as we see, it doesn't look like they're out here half-stepping. They did not come out here to play around. Joe Montana is surgical. And the way that the Falcons like to play defense, they like to play a lot of man defense. They have the cornerbacks for it. But the Falcons have athletic wide receivers, and they have a phenomenal tight end. It's just going to be difficult. It's hard to think that they're going to be able to cover these guys enough for Montana to miss these guys. He's the most accurate passer in the game. Here comes Michael Vick again. 1 attempt, 1 interception. Michael Vick definitely wants to settle down and slow down and play a more calm game. He's not going to be able to just run through this Chiefs defense. It looks like they're going to be running a run play out of this formation. They love to run. There goes Barry. Oh, Barry getting caught up in traffic. He was overeager there. There was pressure, there was traffic in the backfield, and he got overeager as he tried to escape early. And he ran into his own guy and got caught up. It looks like they're bringing in Reggie Bush. They love to bring Reggie Bush in to keep the rotation going and run plays to him. Fake play, read option. Vick has room. This is where he's his most dangerous. Vick, 15 yards, first down for the Falcons. Awesome play. Really good play. They're starting early. They're not waiting. Sometimes they wait. Sometimes it takes a little while for Vick to tuck the ball. They're not wasting any time with that. Just here we go. Barry with the give. All right, they're moving at a fast pace. This Falcons team. They're not wasting any time. Good play, getting the running game going. That's their strong hold. That's their strong suit right there. Looks like they have Reggie Bush back in the game. They love to pass to Reggie Bush. And when Reggie Bush is in the game, they love to pass. There goes Beckham. Great play. Great play. Again, these playmakers for the Falcons, all stars. All stars. Odell Beckham and Julio Jones, the best wide receiver tandem in the league. Who do we have at the back? Barry Sanders is back in the game. And they fake to Barry. Vick gets tackled. There goes Eric Berry. There goes Eric Berry. Fake to Barry, you get Eric Berry on the tackle. Eric Berry has 2 tackles already. That says a lot coming from the strong safety position. Here we go, 2nd and 9. They throw. Vick hits Julio Jones. Good pass by Vick. Vick is looking more calm and relaxed. They got him running. It seems that once they get Vick involved in the running game, it really calms his nerves. Here we go. We have a 3rd and 2. Crucial conversion. This looks to be a run play. Oh, and they stop him in the backfield. Wow. You gotta wonder sometimes, why do they even try to run the plays like that with the type of players that they have? I mean, they just simply don't have the type of back to run a power in that position. So they do convert those sometimes, but there's so many things they could do in that situation. You have to wonder why they run those plays. Anywho, here goes Hill on the kick return. Oh, Hill is brought down. So many exciting players on the field. You just don't know what's going to happen at any given play. Joe Montana coming back on the field. Joe Montana is looking to handle business. He does not joke. He does not play. He is that dude. Kansas City still with -5 offensive yards. Here goes, and look at Chris Johnson looking to change that, and he does. Sorry, that is Jamal Charles, not Chris Johnson. Again, people, it is late. It is very late. It is 2:46 in the a.m. I should be asleep, but I am an addict. All right, so here we go. Oh, play action fake. Joe Montana running around looking for somebody, and he is clobbered. Wow. That's what the Falcons want to do. They want to do that right there, exactly that. If they can do that, they can be hoisting this trophy at the end of this game. 3rd and 5. Montana dropping back. Get the ball out quick to Charles. Whoa, Charles with the move. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There goes Jamal Charles. There goes Andy Reid. He coaches Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles makes plays. Look at the juke move. Slick, Rick, let's go. 16-yard gain with the slick cut. the sure hands, and the explosive speed. Jamal Charles is dynamite. He is so much to worry about as a defender. All right, 1st and 10 at the 49, knocking on the door. Jamal Charles gets clobbered in the ball. Joe Montana is able to get on top of the ball. Big hit. These fast linebackers for the Falcons. They're fast. The thing is, the knock on these guys is they're not your normal size linebackers. So you feel like they're just going to get caught up in the blockers and they're not going to get to the ball carrier. Heck to the Nizal. They get to the ball carrier and they hit hard. They're not only fast and nimble, but they rock the house. All right, here we go. Joe Montana trips right, dropping back, 2nd and long. Boom, boom. Deion Jones with a consecutive hard hit. Unfortunately, though, he was not able to knock that ball out. 6-yard gain for Tyreek Hill. He holds onto the ball, and they're in a 3rd and manageable situation here. 3rd and 8. Joe Montana lining up. Shotgun formation. Joe Montana dropping back, and he gets the ball, and it is dropped. What a coink, what a ninker-poop, dropping that ball right there. What a ninker-poop. Where that is not his forte. He should not be on the field in that situation. What a pity. Jamal Charles got tired. That is too bad, people. That is too bad. And they are punting, and the Falcons are lucky as a hee-haw, because Joe Montana gets it in. And he definitely did what he needed to do to complete that ball. But unfortunately, Ware was on the field, and that's just not Ware's forte. Now here goes Vic again. Vic hoping not to do something that's going to cause his team the game. He just wants to looking to run, it looks like, in this formation. And yes, I'm right. And there they go. And the Chiefs defense is able to corral Barry Sanders. It's going to be difficult. It's difficult to run the ball on this team consistently. They are fierce. I formation. Reggie Bush is in the game. And there they go. Are they going to pass the Bush? No, they're not. They give it to Jones. 1st down. Michael Vick is looking to get in the groove. And if that is going to be the case, the Chiefs better look out. And that's the end of the 1st quarter. I'm going to take a winker. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to take my mic out so you don't have to hear this. Back. Have we run a play yet? 1st down. Michael Vick. Oh, they have run a play. And I seen they have Gabriel. And Gabriel is going to score. Wow. What a way to come back from break. I was a little late coming into the 2nd quarter to come in to see the Falcons scoring the touchdown. Great play, Michael Vick. Let's take a look at this, actually. I want to get a look at what they just did, what just occurred. Let's get an inside look, an EA Sports See It look. So they ran the play action cross play, and the Chiefs were in the cover 1. They ran cover 1 robber, and they got smoked. Let's look at the recent plays. Oh, I see they ran. Oh, so Reggie Bush got his stuff off, huh? Interesting. All right. Let's look at this play. And Reggie Bush is in the game again. The Falcons love to put Reggie Bush in the game, give Barry Sanders a breather, and Reggie Bush is definitely a threat to score at any given time. Gabriel just straight across the formation. They didn't have a chance in covering this guy. Ouch, that hurts. Definitely hurts. And I just want to see this play that I missed while I was taking a winker. Reggie Bush stretch play to the outside, cuts it up beautifully, spin move. Who's your mama? Reggie Bush knows what time it is. Wow, that was a beautiful play. All right, let's get back to this simulation exclusive. As the Falcons are ahead, I am going to grab myself a drink of water. Kickoff. He's going to take it out of the end zone. Looking, spinning. Oh, that almost broke. That almost broke. This is exactly where the Falcons want to be. The Falcons did not want to be behind this Chiefs team because really and truly, for the sake of the X's and O's of this game, as we look at the hits that they've been laying on them, they've been laying some hits, but the Chiefs have been able to make plays. But if the Falcons can continue to lay hits with their hard-hitting, they have a hard-hitting defense, that certainly will be an impact. Good play. But again, like I was saying, the Falcons definitely don't want to be behind this Chiefs team because the Chiefs, as we see, they can move the ball on the Falcons defense. They can run the ball on the Falcons defense, and they can pass the ball on this defense. And Joe Montana, again, is just dangerous. If they can make this team one-dimensional, it will really play into the Falcons' hands. Either way, both defenses want to make their opponent one-dimensional. And there goes Montana on the scramble, and he's very good at that. Very savvy, very slick, very smart. That was a very good scramble by Montana. First down at the 37. It's looking like a pass play. There he is. It's a pass play. Montana on the throw. Oh, and he just missed it. He just missed it. That's a rare miss by Montana. But again, that was a difficult pass. These Falcons corners, they play very tight man coverage. They have the best cornerback trio in the league. With the addition of Deion Sanders, it is unbelievable the level of cornerback talent that they have. They were already good with Marcus Trufant and Robert Alford. You add Deion Sanders and you are dealing with a tremendous trilogy of talent. And there goes Neal. There goes Neal. Lorenzo Neal, I believe it is. No, Keanu Neal. Keanu Neal with the hit, the run support safety. He lives for this. Keanu Neal said he's the only thumper back there. Unlike the Legion of Boom, where Cam Chancellor, which this team is really, the defense is really modeled after, by the way. Dan Quinn, the former defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. You know, in the Legion of Boom, they're physical throughout the whole secondary. Cam Chancellor is the main thumper. Keanu Neal is the only thumper, and he holds that title proudly. As we see Joe Montana miss again. He's getting the ball out, and that's good. You like to see that. You like to see him getting the ball out, but he's missing these passes. And we have to credit the Falcons' defense for creating difficult passes. Because Joe Montana is again, he's such a good passer. We have to credit the Falcons' defense for playing tight, smothering defense. They're the fastest defense in the NFL. It's hard to think of a team with faster team speed on defense than the Falcons. They are very fast on defense. And again, with the Chiefs, they're very fast. But the Falcons, they struggle with teams that out-physical them. And power backs that out-physical them. The Chiefs are a fast team. They're fast enough to move the ball on the Falcons, but they're really almost playing the Falcons' game. So they're going to have to really, really, really be good as we watch the Falcons take the field. Now, last time they were able to score, they had some big plays, and they had that really big play to Gabriel. Now they're in their own 3. This Chiefs defense with that pass rush, even though they are missing, because I kind of messed up, they're missing an edge rusher. They should either have Derek Thomas or Tamba Ali, but they don't. They have neither one. And the number 50, he's by himself. Number 50, Mr. Houston, he's by himself out there. This defense should be even better. They still were able to go 15-1, and they don't have Derek Thomas. I meant to put I meant to put him back on the team, but I started this on a whim. And then as Marcel Reese breaks up the middle, the fullback keeper, Marcel Reese is a deadly addition. This Falcons team, man, they are just a team loaded with explosive players at every position. Every position is explosive. Again, you can beat this team. They are not unbeatable, but they are explosive. If you're not going to play solid X and O football, if you're not going to play gap assignment, responsible football, they will exploit every inch that you give them. Michael Vick, again to Barry Sanders, and it looks like they stopped them. The Chiefs defense stopped them. That is a well-coached defensive unit. Marcus Peters getting in there. Their cornerbacks don't mind hitting as Marcus Peters comes in and trips up Barry Sanders as he tries to hop over. He tried to get out of that mess, and Barry Sanders is not able to get out of that mess. They stop him 40 inches, and they are going to punt the ball inside their own 20. They do not want the drama. As the Chiefs line up, it looks, are they going for the block, or are they going to block, or are they going to return this? They rush the punter. They're going to just take the field position, it looks like. Tyreek Hill, though, able to still make plays. Back there by himself. Almost broke free there. All right, here goes Joe Montana. Joe Montana, always cool, always calm. 3 incompletions now. I'm pretty sure they schemed up something. They're going to make a different approach. I know they saw something in the defense. Look for Joe Montana to move the ball on this drive. Look for Joe Montana to be crisp. As he gets back to Chelsea, that's what worked on their first scoring drive. Getting the ball to Travis Kelce. Joe Montana, he loves him some Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is an absolute beast. Absolute beast. Deshaun Jackson. Is he going to get it to him? Yes, he is. Oh, and Deshaun Jackson gets hit. Man, it is such a treat when Deshaun Jackson is able to get in space and run with the ball in his hands. And Joe Montana, of course, knows how to get the ball to Deshaun Jackson. I had skipped over that play because I'm biased. I'm sorry, people. I am. All right. Here goes Jamal Charles with the stiff arm, and Dwight Freeney takes him down. Man. Again, what the Chiefs want to do in the running game really plays into the Falcons' hand. The only type of speed running back and running game that we've seen all year work against these guys is Marshall Faulk and the Rams. Marshall Faulk carved these guys up, but Jamal Charles, he's had some plays, but he's having some difficulties as well. As Jamal Charles has to dive down, and they again will have to punt. This number 1 defense for the Falcons again. Deceptively good. No one expected this team to have the number 1 defense. They did add Deion Sanders and Dwight Freeney, but still, this defense, being the number 1 defense, is so surprising. They're able to drop the safety down in the box a lot. Oh, as that bounces out, Lord, whoa, that bounced out right just in the nick of. Just enough for it to be a touchback. Barry Sanders taking the field of the game. And we want to see Barry Sanders break free for entertainment value. It is so exciting when Barry Sanders is able to break free. But this Chiefs defense is not having it as they hit the crossing route. They love to do that concept. As you saw Reggie Bush out the backfield crossing with Odell Beckham, but the defense able to stop it. But that's still a good 4-yard gain on first down, keeping the possessions manageable. Here they are in a tray open formation, running the read option. Michael Vick taking the ball with space, stiff arm. Eric Berry, great pursuit angle by Eric Berry, able to corral Michael Vick. Michael Vick didn't have room to elude him. Michael Vick could not make the move. Good play by Eric Berry. Man, whenever Michael Vick gets out there on that option like that, it is dangerous. Your heart drops if you're on the opposing team. If you're on the team, if you're on the Falcons, or if you're pulling for the Falcons, you get excited. There goes the Falcons bunch formation. Looks like that's Reggie Bush in the game. It is. And Vick is going to keep it. Vick is now getting into a rushing groove, juking, spinning, moving. That's 4 carries for Vick for 39 yards. Man, they do not want Vick to heat up. But then again, that also it creates the chances of turnovers. Though Vick is fumble prone. In the give by Vick in the face mask. Oh, Eric Berry with the face mask. That's what it looks like. Yes. Oh man, Eric Berry, a little overzealous. Eric Berry trying to corral these fast, agile running backs of the Falcons, getting a little frustrated there. First down at 38 after the 15-yard penalty. Michael Vick gasping for air. Here goes the option, and Michael Vick's going to keep it. He's going to exert more energy. Oh, and the hit. Good run by Vick. What was that, a 8-yard gain? 8-yard gain by Michael Vick. Good play. And they will wear you out. It is difficult to cover this running game with Michael Vick running the option. Play action fake. Michael Vick throwing. Michael Vick to Odell Beckham. Touchdown. Wide open after the play action fake. They bit. Odell Beckham crossed behind it. Wide open. Too easy. They don't even need Odell Beckham. It is overkill. The way this offense runs with that play action and that read option, it's overkill. Odell Beckham should be somewhere else making plays. He doesn't need to be with these guys playing across from Julio Jones. It's absolutely ridiculous if you ask me. Nevertheless, Odell Beckham is an absolute beast. And there goes the extra point, 23-7. This game is unfolding in a way that many weren't expecting. Many were expecting this game to be closer by this point. The Chiefs have looked good, but the speed of the Falcons' defense has been detrimental to their success. As we look at Jamal Charles' numbers, it's been primarily Jamal Charles that has suffered from the fast pursuit of the Falcons' defense. Jamal Charles has been harassed and corralled all game long. And he is a big part of what they want to do on this offense. And they will give the ball to him again. Oh, in the hit, in the fumble, in the scoop, in the score. Oh, he must have pulled it. What the heck? What do you know? That's what happens. But what a play. Dwight Freeney on the scoop in the score with the Vic Beasley hit. Oh my, that was a delicious play. Delicious play. And this, again, this speed, oh, they might challenge this play. This play might get challenged. I don't know. Andy Reid might throw the challenge flag. Oh, he's not going to throw the challenge flag. I guess that ball did start coming out before his arm hit the ground. Here we go. Read option. Vic on the keep. And they get on top of him. He was on his back like a monkey on that play. Andy Reid excited. I need more water. Kansas City, -3 rushing yards. And that's why, and that is the primary reason why the Falcons are where they are today. I should say right now, and today. That's the primary reason why they are where they are at the moment. Stopping that run, forcing 2 fumbles. They have abused Jamal Charles. 3rd and goal. Falcons feeling very comfortable. Touchdown or not, they're feeling good about where they are right now. And Vic throws a strike, but who was that? Was that he did not get his foot down in the back of the end zone? Oh man, Vic's gotta want that back. And they're gonna challenge this play. Now, is this an Atlanta challenge? Oh, it looks like his foot. It's very close, very hard to. That actually might be a touchdown. That looks like a touchdown, guys. That looks like a touchdown. Let's see. It looked really close, but I think he might have got. He did get it. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. This is getting out of hand. Michael Vick is on fire. He started off bad, but when Michael Vick is a streaky passer. Right, so let's see. Let's see where we are. And they're going to start this drive at the 27. Jamal Charles, -1 yards on 7 carries, 2 fumbles. Wow, it's hard to imagine that they're still optimistic about this running game. And we're in the first half. We haven't even hit the 2-minute warning yet. It's just been abuse. They really need to take to the air, play action fake. Tyreek Hill getting slammed. In spite of the score, Joe Montana only has 3 incomplete passes. I mean, that's what we all knew that. Joe Montana, again, the most efficient passer. I mean, it's a toss-up between him and Tom Brady to ever play the game. You could throw Peyton Manning in there as well, and Drew Brees isn't too shabby. But hey, if you want to dub this guy the most efficient passer to ever play the game, there's not too many people that are going to argue with you. This guy is just phenomenal. And if they really need that now, Jamal Charles getting the ball. And if they can do that consistently with Jamal Charles, if they can get him the ball out of the backfield, that would really work for these guys. That's something that. Oh, good catch, Tyreek Hill. But they still want to get Jamal Charles the ball. And they also need to get Tyreek Hill the ball and Deshaun Jackson. And of course, Travis Kelce. Looking, rolling out, getting Jamal Charles, Joe Montana, smoking hot. If there's anybody that could bring their team back in this situation, it's Joe Montana. Oh, I hit the X button. I should not have done that. I'm going to take my hand off the controller. Quick drop. Travis Kelce. Oh, he gets out of bounds. Well, you got to respect that. Quick, get the ball to your playmaker quick. There was nothing there. He gets out of bounds. Good play. The one thing about Joe, though, he does not have elite arm strength. But he has superb accuracy, and he gets it to Travis Kelce, and it works for. And it really works for this offense, though. This offense is a horizontal passing game. It's not vertical. It's a West Coast offense, and that is Joe Montana's specialty. Travis Kelce again. The only thing is, it's rather difficult when you're trying to get the ball down the field fast. This offense does struggle when they need to get down the field fast. Unlike Michael Vick's, the vertical passing attack of the Falcons, where you see Michael Vick moving down the field very fast if you don't have the speed to cover those receivers. 1st and 10, 32-yard line. Chiefs are looking to score. Again, with the quick passes, Montana is surgical with these. He's deadly with these quick passes. Extremely accurate. They do have time. They have enough. All they need is a touchdown. They have plenty of time to do that, so there's no rush. They are being very effective right now in achieving their goal. A touchdown right now would be big for them. It would be very, very essential for them to get a touchdown here. They really want to score here. Joe Montana dropping back in trips formation, letting go of the ball quick. Deshaun Jackson. Whoa, what a play. Deshaun Jackson was able to get free, beating Deion Sanders at the line of scrimmage. And that's a sight you don't see every day. But Deion Sanders really is not known for his press abilities, but he's certainly he's no bum either. But Deshaun Jackson able to win. What play was that? That was man. They were in cover man 2. So Deion Sanders was playing up. He was playing close because he had safety help behind him. And Deshaun Jackson able to, with the wiggle. Let's get a look at this. Deion Sanders favoring inside. And Deshaun Jackson able to swim. And Deion hesitates. Wow. What a play by Deshaun Jackson. And able to get there and not even looking back for the ball until the last minute. And Montana putting it right on his face mask. Great catch. And Deion Sanders, of course, able to catch him. But great play. Phenomenal play by Joe Montana and Deshaun Jackson. That's what this team needs. Now let me hurry up and get back into this game. All right. Great play. Phenomenal play. With the clock ticking, plenty of time for Joe Montana and the Chiefs. Looks like, there you go. Touchdown. They never had a chance of stopping him. You are not going to stop Tyreek Hill on a slant, catching a ball from Joe Montana with a safety. That time they had their strong safety. It doesn't matter who is guarding. It doesn't matter who's running that route, really. As long as it's a wide receiver with Joe Montana throwing the ball, Montana is going to beat the safety every time. That was too easy. Too easy. You have to wonder, maybe are the Falcons are very comfortable now. The Falcons are a much younger team than the Chiefs. The Falcons want to be careful. They don't want to get too comfortable. They're a very young team, and Joe Montana is a veteran. He's very experienced, and even the coaching staff, Andy Reid, he's experienced. He's very tenured. So the Falcons want to be wary. They're more explosive. They're more athletic overall. And they want to be careful. Michael Vick has been dynamite. 7 for 8, 139, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The only incompletion he's thrown. That was his first pass. It looked like this was going to be a bad game, but Vick has been dynamite. The running game, creating passing lanes for the Falcons, and it looks like they're looking for more. Michael Vick taking off, and this is what has created so much trouble for the Chiefs. Michael Vick running, keeping these drives alive. It's like there's no dead plays with this guy. If there's no one open, he takes off. It's like there's no negative plays. There's no stale plays. Every play is a positive. Every play is a goal. It is so difficult to stop Michael Vick. He's so good. All right. They're lining up in the wing tight formation. A bit of surprise for the circumstance. And they call the timeout. Very surprising they would line up with 3 tight ends in that situation. But they did. Maybe they saw something that we didn't see. Maybe they're just trying to take their time. And that was just their way of doing so. Who knows? Who knows? Looks like they may have wanted to go deep on that, but instead took the check down. But here they are. With the, what is this guy? 3 wide receiver stack, and Vick is taking off again, spinning. Michael Vick to the 40. And they're letting the clock run down. Are they going to run another play? Or are they going to call a timeout to kick the field goal? They are going to run another play and try to get this touchdown. And they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it, but Vic sure does look good. And that's halftime, ladies and gentlemen. That is halftime. That is halftime. Now, let's do the halftime report, shall we? Joe Montana has been phenomenal, but it has not been enough to keep the Chiefs ahead. As we see the Falcons lead in every category except for passing yards. That's Joe Montana's category. Now, check this out. First play of the game, or first passing play. Michael Vick throws it directly to the defender. That was Parker on the interception. Joe Montana getting it out to Travis Kelce. The Chiefs looking phenomenal on their first possession. Making it look very easy. And I have to tell you, after looking at this sequence of plays early on, I did not think that things were going to be what they are right now. It looked like the Chiefs were in for a smooth day, but Michael Vick came back and hit Gabriel on this crossing pattern. Man, and then he hits Odell Beckham, and these are all play action plays. The play action has been killing the Chiefs with that read option being so effective. And just like what we just saw just recently here at the end of the half, Tyreek Hill taking the slant ever so easily on the safety, Keanu O'Neal. Here we go. Here goes the second half of the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 52. Deshaun Jackson running up the middle, and he's tackled. He's met by Marcel Reese. It seems like everywhere you look, Marcel Reese is there. Marcel Reese does everything for this Falcons team. Now, here we go. Joe Montana, the man we all are waiting to see, the man we all came here to see. We are all thrilled to see Joe Montana and see what he does in this situation. Montana is more than capable of bringing his team back. It would be nice if he had some help from the running game, but if anyone could do this, Montana can. Tyreek Hill taking the slant. Quick play. Joe Montana, 20 of 23, 203 yards, with only one play into the second half. Tyreek Hill, 5 of 23. A lot of short passes. These guys, these short passes can break though. And we're getting back to the run game with Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles, nice little game. They would have liked to get the first down there. 3 yards though is okay. That was more so a victory on the defense's behalf. Whenever you can hold a running back to 3 yards, that's a victory for the defense. Now can the defense hold them for less than 1 yard on this play? They have the safety in the box. Keanu O'Neal looking to Hunt, and they give it to Charles, and Charles is stuffed in the backfield. Again, this Falcons defense is so aggressive. They run so much man defense and so much, even when they do the cover 3, they keep the safety in the box a lot, and they just key in on those running backs. And Jamal Charles, again, he's not going to lower his shoulder in that situation. Riley Reed getting back there, or no, Duke Riley getting back there and just demolishing Jamal Charles. And that's not the first time we've seen Riley Reed in the backfield demolishing Jamal Charles in that fashion. Just not good for the Chiefs. Maybe the Chiefs defense can do, maybe. The Chiefs defense has been good against the run, except for when Michael Vick keeps the ball. They have done a good job on Barry Sanders, though. They have a good defense as Barry Sanders takes the stretch play out to the left side, and Barry Sanders gets space, spins and jukes, and Eric Berry, again, a familiar sight. Eric Berry able to stop the surging Barry Sanders. Eric Berry comes flying up and saves a would-be huge game by Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders trying to fake him out, pointing, trying to navigate his blockers with the explosive spin. One of those, that trademark spin by Barry Sanders. Just dynamite. And if the Falcons, if they could get the running game going, which we all know they want to do, it's going to be big trouble as they give it to Bush on the stretch, keeping fresh legs out there. And Bush fighting for more yards. That was a very courageous effort by Bush. Bush averaging 7 yards per carry now at the moment, but of course less carries. But Bush's contribution is not to be underappreciated. Bush is a great sidekick to the Batman that Barry Sanders is. And they're going to leave Bush out on the field. This is probably going to be a pass play, and it is. And they get it to Bush in the flat. And Bush stiff arming. Good stiff arming. What a play. What a play right there. What a play. And all this time, Barry Sanders he's resting. Barry Sanders is resting. It's a very, very effective method to let Barry Sanders rest. Barry Sanders does so much juking and spinning. You want him fresh when he's on the field. And now you have consecutive plays with Reggie Bush. Now Barry Sanders is back on the field, and this is probably going to be a run to Barry Sanders. Oh no, Vic decides to keep it, and Vic gets hammered. Vic with 9 rushes. They have opted to let Barry go, and they focus on Vic. They really want. Well, I should say. I should probably say this though. They're not letting Barry go. They're stopping Barry on the options, and they want the ball in Vic's hands. I guess they feel like they have a better chance at stopping him if Vic is running. They certainly have a better chance at getting a turnover with Vic running the ball. And at this point, they need turnovers. As we see Marcel Reese take the check down. Nice check down play. And Vic is looking, whenever Vic starts throwing these check downs, as opposed to trying to force balls down the field, you know that Vic is in a groove. And when Vic gets in a groove, this Falcons team just looks unstoppable. As we see Barry Sanders on 3rd down, taking the ball, juking, cutting, and Barry Sanders exploding up the field. There's a flag on the field, though. Oh, man, this is going to get called back. It's going to be very disappointing for Barry, as he's been waiting to get that opportunity to break. Waiting all day to get that space. What an explosive run. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be holding on the offense. Oh, that's just too bad. That's too bad. Barry Sanders finally getting space, exploding up the middle of the field, and they call it back. Reggie Bush is in the game now. 3rd and long. Michael Vick looking, rolling, throwing, incomplete pass. This is very good for the Chiefs now. The Chiefs getting a very timely stop. Andy Reid is filling it. They really needed that stop. Very, very costly penalty for the Falcons. They were looking to deliver the dagger. Instead, they were giving their opponent another opportunity to breathe. The Chiefs still have breath. They still have breath. And we're going to get to see Joe Montana take the field in a meaningful possession here in the middle of the 3rd quarter, as we approach the middle of the 3rd quarter with 9 minutes left. Joe Montana with only 3 incompletions out of 23 attempts. It's been that way for a while. He hasn't thrown the ball in a few downs. Let's see if he get the ball to leave his hand. Do they give it to Charles, and Charles is stopped. They're not going to give up on this running game because they like to do the play action, but the way that the Falcons are stopping the run, you gotta imagine that they're probably not going to respect the play action. John Montana audibling to a run play, and Charles is clobbered again. Clobbered again by the surging Falcons defense. They are just killing the Keanu Nil. Now the safeties are back now. See, now the safeties get the play back. It's going to be more difficult. And Deshaun Jackson breaking free on Deion Sanders. He is going for the touchdown. No one is going to catch them. Touchdown Chiefs. Wow. 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 Deshaun Jackson torching Deion Sanders. Taking Deion Sanders to school. I have never seen Deion Sanders get burned like this before. Not like this. Deion Sanders is usually money in situations like this. He's usually right there with them, but Deshaun Jackson clearly burned him, beat him at the line of scrimmage again. Deshaun Jackson has found something. As I try to exit the play and look at the replay, I missed my cue, but let's see if they can get this 2-point conversion as Joe Montana finding new life, and they toss it out to Charles. They weren't expecting that, and Charles walks in. That is the hallmark of a great team. Jamal Charles walking in, them not giving up on the running game, and it rewards them here for the 2-point conversion. What a great play. Let's look at this sequence of plays that we just saw here. That was phenomenal. At least, at the very least, we have to look at this Deshaun Jackson touchdown. As we saw again earlier, it looks like they're in cover 2 man. Oh, they blitzed the safeties, and Deion Sanders just getting abused on the get-off. What was he thinking? Deion Sanders getting beat terribly. And Deshaun Jackson leaving Deion Sanders. They're going to have to give Deion Sanders some help. That doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth. I might not have the right player type program for Deion Sanders. He's much more effective under the prototype player type. He might be under man-to-man. I don't see why that would be so. But that might be the case. It just might be. Because I haven't seen Deion Sanders play like this in a while. It's quite some time. Deion Sanders, he shuts down Randy Moss. Anywho, the Falcons take the ball as they look to gather back and take back the momentum of this game. And Vic does not hesitate to take off. In these situations, guys, Michael Vick scrambles a lot. He is not going to hold back right now. Michael Vick is going to be fierce. But this is also, guys, a situation where you can get a turnover out of Vick. When Vick tries to do too much, he wants to, there he goes, scrambling again. Vick is going to, he gets overzealous in these situations when the momentum starts to shift. Michael Vick comes out there and he's overzealous and he tries to take the momentum back. He tries to put the team on his back. And he's prone to turnovers in moments like this. Or sometimes he will create a big play. It's not always a turnover. Michael Vick wants to be careful. He does not want to lose the momentum. D Ford filling in for the would-be Derek Thomas, making that play, and they needed that. Here goes Vick. Empty formation, a formation that works for him. Oh, and they clobber. Who was that? Was that good? They clobber the receiver on the play. Can't hold on to it. And the Chiefs now. What a turn of events. The Chiefs now will take the ball with an opportunity to tie this game. And we're still in the third quarter. What a turn of events. That's why, folks, you got to keep your eyes peeled in a game like this. Both of these teams are 15-1. We've seen both of these teams down all season long. We've seen them down and fight back. We've seen some improbable victories by the Falcons. And we've seen some improbable victories by the Chiefs. These guys play to the end. The Falcons had the miracle in Carolina where they had an unlikely victory. They came back. It was unbelievable. They had to block a field goal. And then Michael Vick, in the last minute, scoring on the last play of the game, bringing his team back to tie it up and then winning in overtime. That was a game for the ages. Here goes Joe Montana in his own end zone. Whoa, very risky, very, very risky. Joe Montana right there. His foot got very close. And they still have -3 rushing yards. It'd be interesting to see in their own end zone, not feeling confident in their running game. And with the -3, they have to, and there goes is that going to be a safety? The false start. Whoa, false start. What are they going to do? Is that a safe? They're at the 1 yard line now. And it's 2nd and 11. They are in a very difficult position. The punter right now is the MVP. The Falcons punter. Huge. There you go. Quick trap. And Jamal Charles does his best. Looked like he had some room to the left there. But he just wanted, it looked like he just wanted to cover the ball up and be safe in that situation. They're probably going to run the ball again. Dive play. Isolation play. Trying to get some room. Did not get much. Now, what are the Falcons going to do? Are the Falcons going to go for the block? Or are they going to give their dynamic punt returner a chance to run this back? Personally, I think giving him a chance to run this back would be a better option. It looks like they're going to go for the block, though. That's what it looks like. I could be wrong. Let's see what they do. Are they bailing? No, they're not going to bail. And Deion's going to have to take on these guys on his own. He'll probably make the first guy miss. Oh, he doesn't. Looks like he was going to. But they're at midfield, though. They're at midfield. Things could be a lot worse for the Falcons right now as Michael Vick comes back out. Last week was simulated and forced, so the stats are not efficient. All right, here we go. It looks they like to run out of this formation. Michael Vick with the give to Barry, and Barry is clobbered. They have kept a tight grip on Barry Sanders, except for that one play, but it got called back because of holding. You really want to see these guys get the ball to Barry more, though. It's not, they have a nice rotation going, but you really want to see them get. Here you go. Here goes Barry, slipping tackles. Man, Barry has looked good. Barry has certainly looked good. He just hasn't been able to he hasn't put up the yards. He hasn't been able to have the huge plays, but for what he has done, he's looked good all game. Shedding tackles, is the most slippery back in the game. You have to get this guy with a number of guys, or else he will just slip tackles all day as they line up in their twin tight end formation with the play action. Oh my Lord, and they get, wow, why do they try to pass the ball in that situation? I do not know. They have to realize, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Because the running game hasn't been that good. The running game's been good, but it hasn't been that good. So, the Chiefs have been disciplined. They've been playing good all game. The Falcons have just made some phenomenal plays. They got to have more respect for the Chiefs' defense. They've been able to get some play action, crossing plays. They've been able to make some plays, but the Chiefs are still very active against the run. All right, in the Chiefs right now, if you're the Chiefs, where they're getting the ball now versus where they had it one possession ago, the Chiefs are in a phenomenal position considering the circumstances they were just facing. The defense was able to make the stop. In spite of phenomenal field position, the defense was able to come out there and get the Falcons off the field. And now the Chiefs have the ball at the 28, looking to finally tie this game up. Jamal Charles with the give, with the take, and they stop him again. These holes, the holes they're opening up a bit. Jamal Charles, you see. Like again, early on, Jamal Charles looked really good early on, but the defense has just been on top of him. But maybe Andy Reid knows something that we don't. He's not looking to give. It doesn't look like he's going to give up on the run. He's going to keep giving it to his star running back. There goes Joe Montana, releasing the Kelsey. Kelsey up the sideline. Whoa! What a play! What a play! Kelsey has been killing this defense. Joe Montana is just, he's dissecting this defense. Like I said early on, guys, they like to play lots of man defense, and you're doing this against Joe Montana. I mean, you don't want to do too much zone either, but if you're going to do man, you want to, Jamal Charles, they have neutralized Jamal Charles. He's been a bit more effective in the passing game, but they have just been on top of him. Every time you see Jamal Charles, he's getting tackled. 2nd and 16. Great play by the Falcons. Audible by Montana. Gives it to Charles. And Charles breaking free. Charles almost breaking free there. Again, they have not given up on this running game. Montana is not hesitating to audible to the run. And that time it almost rewarded them. Ware in the game. Ware split out wide. Ware is not a good receiver. Montana scrambling, and Montana gets tripped up, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal. And that is going to bring this quarter to an end, guys. We are looking for a phenomenal finish. This game is looking really good. A phenomenal finish. The Chiefs move the ball up. They're going to have to settle for a field goal as the Falcons blitz their cornerback on that play. Montana was not able to find someone open in time. Man, good stuff. We have the coach of the old and the coach of the new battling it out. The Falcons held scoreless in that quarter. The Chiefs are looking to keep things up, keep this up. They've been able to stuff the running game, and that has nullified the play-action pass. So the defense has been looking good as their offense here kicks this field goal. Montana is still looking good. He looked good all the way up to the point until they got stopped. That was a very good drive by the Chiefs, very encouraging. And the Chiefs still showing the capacity to break big plays against this Falcons defense. And to everyone's surprise, Deshaun Jackson torching Deion Sanders. Who saw that coming? Especially considering what Deion Sanders did to Randy Moss earlier this season. Who saw, and not even in the playoffs too. I mean, Deion Sanders has been very good against Randy Moss, but Deshaun Jackson has been able to strike gold. Now, Michael Vick is looking to answer with his counterpart just did. Run play. Barry Sanders with the give. Oh, Barry Sanders with the juke. It might have been better for Barry Sanders to just stick his foot on the gas there. He loves to juke and elude, but it looked like he had something there. Anyway, 2nd and 7. Empty formation again. Michael Vick's favorite formation. Michael Vick looking, throwing. Odell Beckham complete. First down. As we look at Odell Beckham's numbers, man, it's hard to imagine. When you stop and look at the weapons that Michael Vick has at his disposal, sometimes you gotta wonder, like, how does he ever throw an incomplete pass? I mean, it's the two best receivers in the game, arguably. I mean, it's the best tandem at least, not the two very best, but the best tandem in the game by far. Julio Jones and Odell Beckham. It's amazing they're able to get these guys to cooperate. Here goes the fake. Oh, the end around to Odell Beckham. And Odell Beckham stumbling. Odell Beckham able to stumble for 8 yards. A little trickery here. They are definitely focused on moving this ball. This is it. There's nothing to hold back here. The playbook is fully open as they fake it to Barry. Vick keeps it spinning. Ooh, Vick in a lot of traffic there. Very dangerous play. A lot of traffic. It's a lot of traffic for Vick to be running through. A whole lot of traffic. You don't want to see that. First down though. At the 42. And Barry's going to keep it. Barry Sanders spinning out. Barry Sanders breaking. There's no flags. Barry Sanders touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. And that is the play that we've all been waiting for. What we all saw coming and the play that the Chiefs have been trying to avoid. It is almost inevitable with Barry Sanders. No matter how good you corral him, no matter how tight you hold him, it is very likely that Barry Sanders is going to break one. As we saw all game, he pretty much has done that. He's broken tackles all game. He slipped out of tackles all game. And that right there, we see him. That time, he just was able to slip away just enough, and there wasn't that third guy there to get him. Barry Sanders is able to score on that play. Touchdown. It takes the whole team to stop this guy, Barry Sanders. He slips out of tackles, he jukes, he cuts, he moves, and then he accelerates. He is just so difficult to stop. and that could be very very deadly to the health of the Chiefs' winning hopes. As we look at Joe Montana, though, unshaken, unbothered, focused. Joe Montana is focused, but is his team ready? Is his team focused? His young team, the young offense at least. I mean, they're an older team than the Falcons, but there's a lot of young guys on this team. Are they ready? Are they thinking the way that Joe Montana is thinking? Let's find out. 1st and 10. Joe Montana, quick pass to Kelsey. That has been money for them all day. Getting the ball to Kelsey quick. And Kelsey running after the catch. As we look at his stats, 110 yards after the catch. Kelsey has been dynamite after the catch all day. He's been there for Joe Montana, and it looks like that is going to continue until the end of this game. Chiefs in a tray open formation. Looks like he's going to go to Kelsey again. And there he goes, completed pass. Again, these quick completions to Kelsey, with Kelsey able to run after the catch. Kelsey having has to be a record, a receiving record, but it definitely tight ends. It might even be a receiving record, a Super Bowl record, period. 172 yards. Travis Kelsey playing out of this world. We knew Travis Kelsey was going to be extremely effective. I don't think anyone thought this, though. 172 yards, wow. But it's very believable considering the abilities of Travis Kelsey. And there goes Jamal Charles getting taken down. It looked like he had something for a second, but he gets taken down. That Atlanta pursuit, the 5th best rushing defense all year, and they have showed up today. We've only seen them struggle with physical backs, with the exception of Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk is the only back of this type that has, and there goes the screenplay. And he runs straight to the defender. Why did he not try to elude him? I don't know. I don't know why. I do not know. Joe Montana releasing down the field. Jamal Charles. He is certainly, oh, that looked like Jamal Charles. That's out. That's somebody else. I don't know who that is. Wow. How many guys are going to make that pass down the teeth of a defense, straight down the nose of a defense? With the game on the line in the Super Bowl, Joe Montana delivers a strike. And they need a touchdown here. And they give it to Jamal Charles, and he is yet again, stopped in the backfield. 9 yards. 9 yards. It is, at this point, you have to admire the tenacity of Andy Reid. Because who else would continue to run the ball if he gets the ball to his receiver, Joe Montana? Joe Montana playing almost perfect, playing pretty much. You can't call this game anything but perfect. Joe Montana is playing a perfect game. But is it enough? And he's keeping on the keeper. Oh, no. What a shocker. What a shocker. Joe Montana elects to keep the ball. The fact that they even did a run play right there is beyond me. And Joe Montana keeps it. There was room there, but Joe Montana has to really, he doesn't have the burners. He doesn't have the wills that his opponent has. Joe Montana would have been much better off keeping the ball in his hand and throwing it as opposed to trying to run it. But they go with that decision, and that's the decision they're going to have to live with. As they now cut the lead to 9. They cut into that lead. They still need another score. It would have really been nice for them to go for a touchdown. I mean, Deshaun Jackson has been effective all game. I mean, he's had to beat Deion at the line, though. aside from that, Deshaun Jackson, we haven't seen him consistently get open. But he has struck gold. He struck lightning twice in this game. As Reggie Bush gets tackled, and we're gonna take a look at this Falcons defense yet again. Barry Sanders breaking that run. Now the question is it going to be is he going to break another? What kind of game will this be? Will it be will it be one of his, you could say, pedestrian games where he breaks one run, has human numbers, or is it going to be a game where he breaks multiple runs? And there goes Vic, missing the ball, rolling out to his right. Not as accurate rolling out to his right. He misses that pass. His first miss in a while. Vic has been scorching hot passing the ball. This whole Falcons team has just been phenomenal. Bunch formation. Reggie Bush in the backfield. And they get it to Bush. Out in the flat. They love to do that with Bush. They love to get Bush the ball out of the backfield. He has 2 receptions. They've thrown it to him more, though. They've given him more targets than just 2. He's been able to haul into, and he's been effective today. Running the ball, catching the ball. Reggie Bush has earned his paycheck. Michael Vick dropping back, empty formation. Oh, and Odell Beckham gets hit. And again, with the unusual play calling of Andy Reid, the defense is able to respond and back him up. It's almost as if Andy Reid knows when his defense is going to come up with the stop. We saw this earlier in the game, and we're looking at it again now. Andy Reid making some questionable calls and some questionable decisions on offense, but the defense coming right out and backing them up with a 3-and-out yet again. And they're going to get this ball punted to their dynamic playmaker, Tyreek Hill, looking to make a play, and he's going to let this bounce out. Good decision by him. Good decision not to try to fill back. Because he knows he has Joe Montana taking the field for this team. And if they can score here and get another stop like we just saw them do, they'll be in good shape. They have reason to believe that they can do that. As Joe Montana steps up and he gets the ball to Jamal Charles. Wow. Joe Montana actually had room to run there. Probably should have ran, but I guess he figures Jamal Charles has better odds. But I would have liked to see him run there. 2nd and 7. Joe Montana getting sacked. That's Dwight Freeney breaking free for the first time in the 4th quarter. Ever so timely. Dwight Freeney in the 4th quarter getting his first sack of the game. They've done a good job all day. Dwight Freeney saving his best for last. If you look at with the bull rush, the speed rusher able to beat his blocker. Dwight Freeney is fierce off the edge. And it's amazing they've been able to keep him away from the quarterback all game like this, considering how much Joe Montana has dropped back to throw. 3rd and 12 from the 18. Joe Montana looking, releasing. Jamal Charles with the ball over the middle. Whoa. That looked very scary for a second. Joe Montana, what a play, what a pass. Precision, precision, precision. Surgical. Threading the needle. A defender all over Jamal Charles, and him getting the ball to Jamal Charles anyway. Jamal Charles spinning out and getting up the field and picking up the first down. And the shorts in the gang tackle by the Falcons defense saved it. Would have been a huge play had they not rallied and stopped Charles. What a play by Joe Montana. This is what we expect from him. Joe Montana dropping back, getting it to Charles again quickly. And Jamal Charles getting tackled. Jamal Charles' 10th reception, and they look to not. They clearly do not intend to not get Jamal Charles the ball. Jamal Charles will be a featured part of this offense. They are not going to give up on him. And Tyreek Hill getting up the field, getting out of bounds. Smart play. Tyreek Hill, what a play. And the Chiefs are in business. And who's surprised? Who is surprised that Joe Montana is moving down the field yet again He's done this all game. He has put the team completely on his back with virtually no running game whatsoever. He's even tried to run it himself at times. Joe Montana is just playing unbelievable football against the #1 defense in the NFL. He's still finding ways. The corners seem to have stepped their game up, and he's just been throwing the ball to Jamal Charles. And then on that last play, Tyreek Hill was able to break free. And there goes Ware, giving the ball to Ware. Ware catching the ball now out of the backfield. Phenomenal. Ware with his first catch of the game. 2nd and 5, knocking on the door. Right outside of the red zone at the 25. Joe Montana. And they give it to Ware. Ware is tackled. It baffles me. It really does. It really does. It really baffles me that they're still running the ball. It really does baffle me. 3rd and 3. Jamal Charles. Here's where he's dangerous. Here's where he's dangerous. His speed out the... And the other Charles drops the ball. What are they going to do? Are they going to go for it, or are they going to kick the field goal? I say kick the field goal because it keeps you alive. Don't go for it right now. Do not do it. You almost have to kick the field goal here. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Yeah, they're going to kick the field goal. Put the ball on your defense. There you go. Field goal is good. It's now a 6-point game. And all they need is a stop and another touchdown. Joe Montana has come up short the past few drives. But if they can get this stop, Joe Montana will get another chance. They have all 3 timeouts. And they just have to stop Barry Sanders and Michael Vick one more time to get another chance to win this game. As Taylor Gabriel takes it up to the 31, Michael Vick will take the field, and he looks good. Again, not a huge number of passing yards, which is normal with Vick, but that's because he gets a lot of his yards. He'll get that extra 100 by running the ball. 1st and 10 at the 31. Giving it to Bush. And Bush twisting and turning, getting stopped in the backfield. That is ideal. That is exactly what they wanted to do. No game. The Chiefs are in business. As we hit the 2-minute warning, ideal circumstances at the moment for the Chiefs. This is what they wanted to do. They tried to switch the pace up on them there by sending out Reggie Bush as opposed to Barry Sanders, and they were not rewarded by that. Barry Sanders was stopped. Reggie Bush was stopped. Let's see what they try to do now. Reggie Bush is still in the game. Reggie Bush is getting the ball, and they stop him. They get him again. But that was a nice little game by Bush. A nice game by Reggie Bush. 3-yard gain. Almost looked like a 4-yard gain. Probably was more like a 3.5-yard gain, but nevertheless it's marked as a 3-yard gain. And Reggie Bush. They definitely trust Reggie Bush to put him in the game in these circumstances. But now Barry Sanders, and they're passing actually. Michael Vick, and and that's Bush. And Bush catches the ball. They're using Bush for 3 downs. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would expect Reggie Bush to come in 3 plays back to back? That had to have thrown off the defense of the Chiefs to see Reggie Bush out there. And they throw it to Bush. I guess they knew that they were going to end up doing that play, running that angle route to Bush. So they wanted to keep Bush out there. And Bush is out there again. And they give it to Bush. And Reggie Bush looking to close this game out. And that first down really looks to probably have sealed it. If they could possibly get the ball back with a few seconds on the clock now if they keep stopping them. But that first down, Reggie Bush coming up clutch in the last seconds of the game. Reggie Bush. Barry Sanders is back in the game. And they give it to Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is yoked up. He's yoked up at the 45. 3rd and 3. And they're going to let this clock run all the way down. Here's the moment of truth right here. 3rd and 3. Barry Sanders is in the game. And they give it to him. And Barry Sanders getting to the outside. Barry Sanders cuts up. Barry Sanders breaks the tackle. That is the game, and that is how it will end. Barry Sanders making a phenomenal play. Barry Sanders, what a run. Oh, taking it to the outside, cutting it out, opting to go out, and breaking tackles, slipping from defenders. Barry Sanders doing what he does. Phenomenal. Look at these moves by Barry Sanders. Slipping up, slipping that tackle, spinning. Oh, man. It's just, it's unreal the way he's able to get out of trouble. And that will win the game. That will win the game. What a twist just now. The consecutive plays to Reggie Bush and then bringing Barry Sanders in for that last play. Who would have thought that Reggie Bush would have been put in the game in that situation, though? They went with Reggie Bush, and he came through. Reggie Bush has to feel very proud to be trusted like that in that situation. And the Atlanta Falcons are Super Bowl champions. Wow. Joe Montana played such a good game. It's very hard it's very hard to look at Joe Montana and not feel like you wish he would have got to win this. But man, what a game by this young Falcons team. They played to great as a unit collectively. It was a collective effort. Michael Vick was able to make some phenomenal throws down the field. Of course, that running game opening up the pass game, and Michael Vick able to settle down and relax. He started off very jittery, but the running game really got him calm and calmed his nerves, and he was able to take control of the game with his feet and with his arms. Man, and Barry Sanders breaking free. They needed everything. They only won the game by 6 points. They needed every single bit of effort that they could muster. As we look at these highlights, it was a phenomenal fight. It was one heck of a game. And Barry Sanders is actually going to, I don't think that's correct actually. Michael Vick is the MVP. Barry Sanders had a phenomenal game. He had 1 touchdown, under 100 yards, 96 yards, and he was phenomenal. But it's hard to imagine that Michael Vick is not the MVP, throwing 3 touchdowns, around 200 yards passing, and he was effective in the running game as well. And they are holding up the trophy. They are having a good time. Julio Jones finally getting that ring. Wow. Wow. Super Bowl champs. Alright guys, I'm signing out.